NASCAR just had their elimination race to find out what 4 drivers would be racing for a championship next weekend in Phoenix. And let's be honest, this race was an absolute disaster, especially at the end, which is a shame because the actual racing was not bad for Martinsville. First of all, I do want to congratulate Ryan Blaney and the number 12 team. They came into Martinsville needing to win to advance to the championship 4, and they got it done. And they got it done well. Congratulations to them. So, in the final laps, William Byron was on older tires than most of the cars up front and could not afford to lose any more positions in order to advance to the championship 4. He was losing positions quite quickly, obviously, but then 2 Chevys in Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain were behind him for the final few laps and refused to pass him, so he would not lose that position, which is obviously interesting. And it's pretty easy to prove this if you just listen to the radio of Ross Chastain and especially Austin Dillon. So that is the first case of manipulation. Secondly, Christopher Bell was caught a lap down due to some unfortunate parts of his day. So he needed to gain a position, which was going to be extremely hard for him to do considering he was a lap down, when suddenly in the final few laps, another Toyota of Bubba Wallace had a tire go down, quote unquote, and eventually Christopher Bell did pass him and gained that point. Obviously, that's very suspicious in itself, but the whole reason Christopher Bell was actually not given the final position in the championship 4 was when he passed Bubba Wallace. He did what some would call a wall ride that is now banned from NASCAR. And while I don't particularly agree this should have been the reason that he was kicked out of the final 4, I think the more concerning part is what the 23 allegedly did. And of course, if they actually had a tire going down, I owe them a big apology. I just find that hard to believe. I think that should be the reason why both Byron and Christopher Bell shouldn't be in the chase. So what does that mean? Does that mean Kyle Larson, the next car in the points, would get in? Or does that mean that only 3 people drive for a championship? Who's to say? As of right now, let's just be clear, William Byron is in the playoffs. Christopher Bell is out because of the wall ride. NASCAR said they would look at other things at a later date. So, what does that really mean? I think the final one race to decide a championship is just silly, and the whole playoff system kind of makes things like this happen, and I try to support NASCAR a lot more than I probably should at times. I'm very open to change, but I think this whole playoff system has run its course. If anything, maybe they should go back to a 10 race playoff system and just let the best driver at the end of that 10 races win. Look at 2011, for example. It came down to a tie. It does not always have to be boring. That is just my opinion. That's a very quick video of what I think happened. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching.